Hey everyone, Luke here. I am so excited to be telling you all that today my newest song, Siren Song, is out and about on all the different streaming platforms. So, however you listen to music, make sure to look up my song, Siren Song. And I'm going to do a special version of it right now for you all on the piano, and I'll tell you all about it a little bit afterwards here. Going down to the canal in the middle of the night. 12 a.m., 2 a.m., they're all the same. You going head first because you heard the sirens call. The wax in your ears to do its job. All the same. You headed head first into an alien world. And all the things swimming around seem to glow. There's nothing but darkness all around and the stars up above. It's just you and the sirens down below. These constellations are racing in a marathon of fate, going at a speed with which I can relate. And they say, I wanna make this place my own, my own. The sirens say, I wanna make this place my own. Soon the good professor, he calls again. You've been out there for a good long while. He says a strange thing swimming around down below, and the sirens bid you farewell as you go. Constellations are racing in a marathon of fate, going at a speed with which I can't relate. And they say, I wanna make this place my own, my own. And the sirens say, make this place my own. And the sirens say, I wanna make this place my own. And the sirens say, I wanna make this place my own. Well, it's not perfect, but nothing ever is. I gotta get a sip of coffee. This is the thing that's keeping me alive right now. So, for those of you that just want the song, this is the part where I say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. For those of you that have seen actually the series, you know, it's been a while since I've actually done one of these videos. I took a bit of a break this summer because I played a lot of shows kind of all over the place, and I just didn't have enough time to really put into filming these sort of things. But now things are going to be slowing down. Right now they are not, but I've got a single coming out. So yeah, that's why it's been so long. But I'm so excited for y'all to hear Siren Song, the single that I put out. But I'm also super excited about the version I just played on the piano. Because for years, I haven't been confident enough to play it on the piano. I don't know why, but it is a strange song. There are a lot of accidentals that go on in it. You go back and forth between a B major 7 and a D major 7. So you're working in two very different keys that whole time. I think I did a version of Siren Song back at the very beginning of this year on this series as well. And I sort of talked a little bit about it, but I didn't really get too in-depth on it. And I won't get terribly in-depth on this other than that this song came about because I'm a diver and a scuba diver in my free time. Free diver and a scuba diver in my free time. Many years ago, I took this marine biology course down in the Florida Keys with my college. And we went down and the 3 weeks that I spent down there were some of the best 3 weeks I'd ever spent. Now, don't get me wrong, I was exhausted the whole time. We were doing a 3-credit class, a 3-credit lab class, I should say, in 3 weeks. And over that period of time, you know, that first week is kind of brutal, but then eventually the people that you're doing it with become your best friends. And that was a really special time. I think I have some pictures from it of me fishing and all that on our little canal and all that we were on. So if they are here, they're hopefully appearing over here somewhere, or maybe over here. Maybe over here would be better. I don't know. Editor, which is just me an hour or two from now, you'll know what to do. So the spot that we were on was this little mangrove canal that sits on Long Key, and these canals are really, really wild because it's practically the open ocean. I mean, everything that's in the open ocean swims in through the canals and all that. But on either sides are these big mangrove trees, and their roots go all the way down, really down deep, and they make these fascinating sort of like walls of tree roots that the coral will get on and sponges will get on and all that. So as you're swimming around in like this little isolated piece of the ocean, there are walls on either side of you with coral and sponges and all that just living on them. And there'll be sharks, or there'll be like barracuda swimming by and all that, or there'll be like all the cool little mangrove guppies and everything that lives in the mangroves. And we were doing research on algae down there, and we would swim down to maybe like, wasn't that deep, maybe 16 feet or something like that down to get to our sampling site. And there was a few of us that could really hold our breath, so we would be the ones down there all the time. One night, my friend Ethan and I, we had just gotten back from a quick day trip down to Key West. We decided to dare each other to go diving down in the middle of the night, and we didn't have any scuba gear with us, so we went free diving, which is you basically just go with a snorkel, a mask, and some flippers, and hopefully a flashlight. Now, we didn't have flashlights, so we took headlamps, the like kind that you take when you go hiking. We wrapped them in sandwich bags from Aldi, and that was our flashlight. So we went down the middle of the night, and I say it as if we were very fearless doing this. We were terrified the whole time. We actually had a group that came out with us to watch and make sure that we didn't get like, eaten by a shark or something while we were down in the water. Which probably wasn't going to happen, but you know, still it's scary. He and I finally got our courage up. We waded out into the water. We went to like the shelf. That was the drop off. We were like, okay, now or never. So we went down, and it was amazing because it was terrifying. Number one, because total darkness all around. Up above, you can maybe see the stars poking through the water every so often, but it's nothing, nothing much else than that. And that headlamp flashlight doesn't really work all that well. So it maybe only makes things show up and they get within about 18 inches of that little flashlight bulb. And you'd have to get really close to everything. So the whole time we're both thinking like, oh God, there's probably something swimming like right next to us that's huge and massive and scary. Thankfully, if there was something there, it didn't act on us being there, which is nice. We went down to the bottom. We were kind of swimming around, and some of the most like memorable things I remember, there were these mangrove guppies that were swimming around, and they were about this big, and they would follow us because they were trying to pick at the dead skin on our backs from when we got horribly sunburned a couple of days before. And at one point, one swam so fast into my throat, I felt like someone like karate chopped me in the throat. And we saw all those, and all the sponge and the coral, when you get close to it, would kind of glow and fluoresce and fill with light. And all the small fish were probably my favorite thing down there. They were all like those little guppies and all that, where when you shone your light on them in the dark, like they'd start to kind of glow a little bit, or you'd be able to see like their spinal cord or something like that. And I saw batfish too. That was pretty wild. Those things are terrifying to look at. I caught one later, which was even weirder to reel up from the depths. We ended up staying down. We ended up bringing our friend Maddie with us. And I think a couple of other folks came in and joined us as well. For those of you that were there, I'm so sorry if I'm forgetting if I'm forgetting details. Let me know if I am. After about an hour, our professor came out. I think it was probably about 1 a.m. Well, no, it was 2 a.m. at that point. He came out and he was like, guys, like you gotta come in. We gotta be up at like 6 a.m. the next morning to like start on lab work again. We're like, oh, fine. That whole entire time, we couldn't quite shake the feeling that we were being like watched by something. And there's all those tales of sirens swimming about, and every once in a while, when there was multiple of us in the water and someone would come down, it'd be like they appeared out of the darkness as like sort of a siren, like a, sort of just like blipping in out of nowhere. That gave me the inspiration for the image of Siren Song, and that pretty much set the whole entire tune in motion. I hope that the music for it sort of emulates that feeling of like swimming around and kind of like being sucked down into the water, because no matter how terrified we were of anything that could be swimming around down there was something down there that seemed to be calling us, probably our curiosity more so than anything, but there was something down there that was calling us deeper and deeper and deeper and farther in. So that's Siren Song. I hope y'all liked it. What other tunes of mine do you want me to do special piano renditions of for y'all here in the studio? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all hopefully next week, but it'll probably be the week after that by the time I have something ready. But until then, my friends, I'll see you all soon.